Hello and welcome back to Starting at 41. I'm Ankit, and in today's video, I'm going to walk you through something I've been actively exploring with my accountant: the different ways you can buy an investment property in Australia, from personal name to trust, company, or even through superannuation. The structure you choose can have a long term impact on your tax, flexibility, asset protection, and your borrowing capacity. But remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am just sharing what I'm learning as I build my property investment knowledge. So please speak with qualified professionals before you make any decisions. When I first heard about ownership structures, I assumed most people just buy a property in their own name. But the more I learned, the more I realized the structure you choose upfront can affect everything later down the road. How much tax you pay, whether you can share ownership with a spouse or family member, your ability to protect assets, whether you can pass it on to your kids or sell it strategically later. Let me walk you through the four most common structures to help you understand how each one works. Number one on the list is buying on your personal name. This is the most common and straightforward option, and usually the easiest for beginners. What are the pros? Easier loan approval, access to individual tax benefits like negative gearing, lower costs because there are no special legal or admin requirements. What are the cons for this? There's less asset protection. Income and capital gains are taxed at your marginal tax rate. It's harder to split income with a spouse or a family member. Number two on the list is buying through a family trust. This structure allows you to hold asset in a trust and distribute income to beneficiaries, typically family members, in a tax effective way. Some of the pros are: you have a greater control and flexibility over income distribution, asset protection from lawsuits or bankruptcy, you can pass on wealth across generations. Some of the cons which I learned: there is no negative gearing benefits in most cases. It is more complex to set up and maintain. A bank borrowing may be a bit harder. The next on the list is buying in a company. Some investors use a company structure where the property is owned by a private company. Some of the pros are: there's a fixed tax rate, there is a good asset protection. Now the losses stays within the company. What are the cons? There is no capital gain tax discount. Unlike personal and trust, you cannot access negative gearing, and there are very high setup and the running costs. Next is buying through self-managed super fund, or what we also generally call as SMSF. Now this is the most complex structure where you buy your property inside your superannuation fund. Some of the pros are: there are lower tax rates, it builds wealth inside your retirement fund, it can be a powerful long-term tool for planning. Some of the cons: there are very strict rules on what kind of properties you can buy. You cannot live in the property, you can only invest. There are very tight compliance and regulations. There is very limited borrowing capacity. This is a long-term, highly regulated path and is definitely not for everyone. Right now, personally, I am still in discussions with my accountant and mortgage broker to see what structure will work best for my first investment property. I am more leaning towards either personal name, just to keep things really simple, or trust, depending on how the numbers and borrowing capacity line up. I will share what I choose and why I choose in a future video. If you are like me, I would encourage you not to stress too much at the beginning, but definitely speak to professionals early. Changing your structure later can be expensive and tricky. Have you explored these ownership structures? Are you buying in your name or considering a trust or SMSF? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear where you are in your journey, and do mention if I've missed anything in the video. Do not forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell icon to follow along as I continue my learning and sharing what I discover about property investing in Australia. See you in the next one. Bye.